Would somebody get uh L Big Head and bust him upside his head and let's move on?
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is season 7, episode 8 of Love and Hip Hop New York. We starting right off. Every season that damn big head ass goddamn Cisco is on, I want somebody to just beat the fucking shit out of him. But we'll get to it. Let's start off here. Juju, Yandy, and Kimbella are finishing up their conversation. She basically lets them know, I ain't married, but yeah, whatever, Yandy. I ain't married legally, but I'm as married as I feel. Anyway, later on in the episode, she actually talked to Ben DC's and actually ended up letting him know that she told Juju and Kimbella that they're not really married. He's like, what the fuck you mean you didn't mail off the papers? He ended up hanging up on her ass, so he wasn't really down with that shit. He was feeling some kind of way. You know I love motherfuckers that be in jail to be hanging up phones on people. Are you serious? You incarcerated son of a bitch hanging up phones on people? You can't even afford to be hanging up a phone on somebody. If I let you through to talk, you motherfucker, you will listen until I'm done talking, and then you'll be happy to have heard whatever it is that I said. If you hang up that phone, the next time you talk to me, you wouldn't even know me anymore. Anyway, moving on. Just an observation. You know, jailbirds, honey. Hot mess. Cardi B and Mariah Lynn went to a little spa. They were getting their little manis and petties. And Cardi B basically told Mariah Lynn, girl, you coming across looking a little messy, honey. Talking this girl power bullshit. You coming across a little messy, but I'm gonna mind my business. I wish you and Bianca would just go ahead and make up so we can go ahead on and move on. But basically did let her know, girl, you being messy. Then they actually talked about the fact of both of their little sisters. And Mariah Lynn was talking about, you know, her sister basically feeling like the world owes her something, you know, this, that, thing, and the other. Yeah, I can understand it. They're foster children, and foster children tend to have that for whatever reason. They tend to always feel as though the world owes them something. I don't know where that shit comes from, but how is it that people who have been thrown away feel as though the world owes them something? I don't get it, and I see it more times than not. But that was basically what was actually going on. And later on in the program, we actually saw the sister. The sister was very much what Mariah Lynn was saying. Bitch, nobody owe you nothing. I got you living in my house, taking care of you and your son, bitch, and you talking shit. Girl, catch a seat and a motherfucking fish stick and shut up, bitch. It was a mess. But she told her, you know, you gonna chill out for this junky ass mammy of ours get to smoking this shit again. Chill out, bitch. I said, all right, girl. Then we got Peter Guns, Rich, and DJ Self all get together and they start talking about Big Head. And like I said before, he's a habitual line crosser, like they said. We found out that there was a whole little situation where Peter Guns was supposed to be having this booking, got all the way to New Orleans to the booking, and finds out that Cisco done called down to New Orleans to the promoter and fucked up the booking, all because he was pissed off at Rich. Now, what type of bitch ass shit? Now, I usually ain't Team Peter, but I wanted Peter to beat his motherfucking ass. And like Peter said, yeah, it's personal. It's all very personal. Whenever you take money out of my pocket, that's money out of my family's pocket. I had 10 motherfucking kids, man. Is you crazy? So I really wanted Peter to pistol whip him, but you know, whatever. So they said, well, we're going to sit him down. You know, it's cool to throw him out of the creep squad, but we're going to sit him down, talk to him, and give him a chance. That's how men do. Men give you a chance to explain yourself. I said, okay, hold on to that. We're going to get back to it. Jay shows back up, and her and Kimbella have a little outing, and she basically lets Kimbella know, I'm coming back, and I want to try to get Snoop back. I said, oh, here we go. She ended up talking to Snoop, doing all this crying and carrying on, and Snoop was like praying for her and all of this mess. And I kind of laughed. But the one thing I will say about Snoop, the way she moves about and the way she lives her life, you can tell. Now, she is a foster child who doesn't seem to have that foster child thing going on. That woman raised her. You know, when she did the prayer and all that stuff, I didn't find any TV behind that. I thought it was very genuine and all of that. This is something that somebody taught her. Some older person then taught her this type of life. That woman raised her. For what I can see, she had a good foster parent and they raised her. And she doesn't, you don't see that on Snoop at all. If she didn't tell you she was a foster child, you wouldn't know. You know, and she speaks nothing but very positive about her deceased foster mother, you know, and things like that. She talks about just like she's talking about her real grandma or something, you know what I mean? And I shouldn't say that because that was her real. She is real to her, you know what I mean? So, but that's, you know, was something very interesting there. But at any rate, Jay actually shows her what she ended up doing. She actually went and mended fences and actually brought Sophie Green into the fold. And her and Sophie made up, and now they're all going to be working together. So that's all really, really cool. And we'll see how long that lasts with Jay. Because Jay basically wants Snoop back. So we'll see. But I just think Jay got some mental shit going on. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Remy and Pap. Remy looks good. Remy really looks good. She looked just as cute in her little dress when her and Pap went out and had a little luncheon so she could fire him. She basically went out there, fired his ass after she had talked to Juju. She talked to Juju and let Juju know she was wanting him to step down as her manager, and then let him manage the kids and do whatever else it was he was going to do. Everything was cool. You could tell Pap's feelings was a little bit hurt, you know, because she's already done it. Like it was already done. The woman was brought on board and everything like that. His feelings was a little bit hurt, but they'll be all right. They always be all right. Pap and Remy are cool. They'll be all right. Another thing we found out, the two, Samantha and the other baby's mama, that figured out that Yandy ain't really married. So that shit's going to hit the fan at some point as well, too. We found that out this episode. Okay, so let's get to the shit of it all. So all the boys get together. And Peter put everything out on the table, told them, you know what? You're not going to be part of the creep squad. That's all that's to that. But what I need from you, I need an apology, and I need my money. I'm going to need my 10 stacks and an apology. That motherfucking Cisco looked across that table and told Peter Guns, I got $5,000 on me. But what I want you to do is come across the table and get it, baby. And Peter Guns put that whole big ass motherfucking boot on that table, coming across that table to get his ass. I said, get his motherfucking ass. Oh, he was just too. I want Peter to beat his goddamn ass. He is really too much. He's too much. He got way too much to to be out in these streets playing. These men don't be playing like that in these streets. About $10,000, I'd have pistol whipped the shit out of that motherfucker. And if they, the security jumped right in and wouldn't let it get, I said, go outside and get him, Peter. Get your car and run his ass over. He deserves it. Bumper, bumper, bumper. Get his ass. Front tire, back tire. Fuck that motherfucker up. He had me hot. Hot. They're going to say, you getting kind of slow, Pete. Hey, Peter, I bet you could catch him in your car run his big head ass over. Oh, he made me so mad. I said, oh my God, I couldn't believe him. I couldn't believe him. He is so out of order. You know, people get killed for less. That old smart shit. Said, you better be pulling this with the camera, honey, because you know your ass will come up stinking with this type of bullshit. Anyway, so there gonna be some more to this because Peter ain't gonna let it go, and they gonna get at it again. And this time, I hope Peter get a hold of his goddamn ass. All right, I'll talk to y'all next week. Later.